Yeah, by the way, Russell, you came into this league, nobody knows you. Now you're the Super Bowl champs. How different is it knowing you are everybody's target in this league today?
Well, it's obviously it's a blessing. It's something that you work for every day. And Coach Carroll and his staff, the coaching staff, and the fans and the players, man, we've done such a good job of just preparing the right way every day. And so we're on a mission right now. It's not going to be easy. Obviously, we got a lot of great teams to play, and but we have the right players to do it again. And so we just have to just try to go 1-0 every week and have that mindset every week's a championship week.
You know, Russell, you're the kind of guy, and I read your Twitter account and I follow you. You're very inspirational and motivated, but not everybody is. Have you become more vocal trying to make sure this team doesn't have a hiccup and they stay focused?
Well, first of all, I try to lead by action, but I am a very vocal person. You know, when something comes to my mind, I'll be the first one to say it. But I think that more than anything, we have to lead on. We have to lean on the leaders, and there's so many different guys. That's the great thing about our team. From Russell Okung to Earl Thomas to Cam Chancellor to even Marshawn Lynch, he's not always the most talkative guy, but the way he practices, the way he prepares, Doug Baldwin, Percy Harvin, those type of players, they're so talented, and we have to trust that, every time we step on the field, every time we watch film, every time we do something, there's a purpose to it, and that's what we try to do, and we're just so tight knit right now. It's really exceptional, and we have a chance to do something special, but to get there, you have to put the work in. You have to have the right guys, and you have to believe in that goal.
What like during the season? Obviously, you get in very early because I've seen you tweet, and it's like 5:30 in the morning, and you're getting to work. But in the off season, did you take a couple of weeks off at all this year?
No, not really. I'm not want to take so much time off. I was so used to playing football and baseball my whole life. So, I need to stay busy. It keeps me motivated. But so I took about 3 or 4 days off, and then I got back to working out, and then I was fortunate enough to get drafted by the Rangers, so I went down there just to be a part of that organization, and the Texas Rangers, that is, not the hockey team, but just got to be around them, and just had a good time, and that was a great experience, and just continue to focus on football and getting ready.
Yeah, we were saying this. There's a lot of young guys that run around. Michael Vick, Johnny Manziel, RG3, but you're the best slider. Is that just because you played baseball?
It's something that I've worked on. I think it's something that my dad always taught me is make sure you get down, save those hits, and I think baseball definitely does help though. It gives me I have the quick pop-up slide if I need it, but I'm not trying to take any excessive hits. That's what you have the running backs for, and that's what tough enough for. Me, I'm trying to get as much as I can get and get down and salvage the play and move on to the next play.
When you're a guy, not that you ad-lib a lot, but you're a guy that moves in the pocket, is it possible that you could ever study too much film? They call it paralysis by analysis. Is there a point going into a game, Russell, where you're like, you know what, I want to give myself a wiggle room here? Can you ever, because you're such a studier, could you study too much?
Well, yeah, I believe you can in a way. For me, I have a certain checklist that I go through every week. And I go through that checklist and make sure I hit every little detail possible. And then, if I feel like I didn't watch that enough, I'll go back. But once I get to the end of the week, I'm one to get all the hard work in and being really, really intense and really not nervous, but more so anxious to just learn as much as I can, right? And then when I get to the end of the week, Friday and Saturday, and Sunday, those are my most calm days. So I kind of really pull back. I pull back the reins and just kind of relax and just my preparation. Because if you're prepared, you're never scared. And I just believe that you just go into the game and you just trust your instincts and you're ready to play.
You had 13 drives this preseason. You scored on 11, and then you'd go sit in the bench and watch the game. Do you even what do you get out of the preseason?
A ton. For me, for the preseason, my ultimate goal is to treat possession as if it's a championship possession, as if it's the Super Bowl, the last possession of the game. And so you have to have that mentality going into it. and almost tricking your mind to, this really matters. This is the one. This is the only one I got left. And if you can do that, I mean, you have something going. And you also want to make that connection, the timing, the communication, the engagement in the huddle, the situational football. You really want to be smart. I thought that, especially in the third preseason game, I got some really, really cool situational football plays in, especially near the end of the half, which was awesome for our football team. And so, those things are going to translate into something, hopefully, and you just go into the season looking forward to just getting out in the field again.
Yeah. Now I stayed up all night watching game film. I really know what I'm talking about here, so I got to ask you a question. I want to ask you about your use of 3-by-1 sets, and they're going to be troublesome to defend when you're in the shotgun. Tell me about those.
What is this, NFL film?
Yeah, it actually is. It actually is.
Oh, okay. All right. I was wondering where you guys studying all this film. I'm getting kind of nervous here. Hey, so, obviously that we have, Doug Baldwin, we have Jermaine Kearse, we have Percy Harvin. So when you get those three guys on the field and also get your tight end, Zach Miller, and then obviously Marshawn Lynch and Robert Turbin, our running backs on the field, it makes it very tough on the defense. It makes it tough coverage-wise, whether they're good man or zone or what they're going to try to do, and puts pressure on the defense. And those are different types of things that we want to do and be able to do. We want to be a very versatile offense, an explosive offense, but also an offense that can run the football extremely well and be physical at the point of attack. And so, that's our plan.
Yeah. And by the way, there's fast, and then there's Percy Harvin fast. Like if you ran a 50-yard dash with Percy Harvin, and he's finished, would you be on like the 28-yard line or how fast is he?
I mean, man, I always tell the receivers all the time I can run with them, but that's a joke. That's if I lose 10 pounds, and maybe I'd have a little bit of a chance. These guys, man, all of them, really, to be honest with you, can really fly. I mean, we have so much speed out in the flank, and Percy's just so explosive. He goes from 0 to 60 within a heartbeat, and it's almost if you skip a beat, you really do. It's amazing how fast he gets there. He's a really talented football player. He's got a lot of ability, and he's just so electrifying. You want him out in the field, he brings a certain presence to the field. So we're excited about that.
All right, I want you to look up Braun Face Greatness, #Face Greatness with Braun Confidence. I've used Braun products for years. Russell Wilson, the Seahawks quarterback, who is a good dude. Season opener against the Packers at home. It's a Thursday night game. Used to be those Thursday night games were dogs. But this is Green Bay at Seattle with Braun and Face Greatness, #it, Face Greatness. Russell, good luck to you and the Hawks.
Thank you, man. I'm really excited about being a spokesman for Braun and Face Greatness with Braun Confidence campaign. It's going to be really exciting, and I'm just excited to also start the season. It's a great way to go into the season and play a really good football team in Green Bay Packers, and we're looking for a great year.
Thanks, man.
Thank you so much, man. Go Hawks.
Saturday night, the NASCAR season comes down to Richmond. After 6 grueling months of racing, the playoffs are just a week away. Newman, Biffle, Boyer, and Kyle Larson have one more shot to lock up a spot in the all-new Chase. 43 drivers battle, 16 advance, 1 race to go. The NASCAR Sprint Cup Series at Richmond, Saturday at 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific on ABC, presented by AutoZone.